We ask your guidance in making the best decisions for the public and for the people involved with the properties. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. Please stand with me as we pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board. We're appointed by the City Council and we serve on a voluntary basis without compensation. Our procedure for conducting business will be, I will call the name of the petitioner. If you will, please come to the mic and the podium and present your request for us to consider tonight. Anyone who might have some question or be interested in a particular item will be given the opportunity to come forward and express your concerns. Once we receive public testimony and discussion on a particular item, members of the board will deliberate and we will deliver our decision. I'll remind members with a personal or a financial interest in any request, you are required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony that is submitted by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during the presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. Remind the members of the board that if you make a motion to deny an item, you must provide a reason. This time I'll introduce the members of the board that are here tonight. Mr. George Howell, our Vice Chairman, Ms. Diane Burke, Mr. Quentin Burke, Mr. Bo Holmes, Mr. Blake Markham, and I'm John Stanley, your Chairman. Tonight, staff is our land staff tonight, Mr. Warren Adams, Ms. Tanya Ingram, Ms. Andrea Spriggs, and Ms. Shalita Jones. Takes 5 items to approve a motion. And we have six members here tonight. Okay? Threw me off, George. Any questions? Okay, we have 5 items that were on the agenda. Item number 1. Applicant Julia Parr and Blake Spurgeon has been delayed. And item number 3 has been withdrawn to Twanda, Lamar. So we have 3 items to hear tonight. Any questions? Item number 2 is presented by Alexis Moss-Assoumou, requesting a special exception to operate a veterans group home on the property located at 4543 Lonesome Pine Drive in R65S zoning district. Yes, ma'am.
What's Judd here for? What does this mean? He's sitting back on
Good afternoon, board.
Hello.
My name is Alexis Moss-Assoumou. My grandmother and my mother were residents of the home and they've taken sick, so they've been in the community since 2009 providing individuals with jobs with disabilities. And I too in Augusta, Georgia own a home care business. Veterans have always been a passion of mine because my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my dad also are veterans, and I have 2 uncles that are Navy vets. So when tasked with taking over my grandmother's property, she asked me what I wanted to do, and this is where my heart lied, to serve the veterans of the Montgomery area, to provide affordable housing for veterans who couldn't otherwise afford affordable housing.
So we understand that you would have up to 4 veterans at a time?
Yes.
Okay. 24-hour staff.
Yes, sir.
How large is the staff? How large would it be?
It would be 2 staff.
Is this 24/7?
24/7, it would be 2 shifts of 12 hours.
Okay. Do all these people have vehicles and they're going to be coming in cars? And
Yes.
okay.
Yes, sir. The workers.
What qualifies a veteran to be a resident at this location?
They would have to meet the requirements, both physical, mentally, and financially. I did talk with the Veterans Administration, and they have the guidelines, but they told me they couldn't go into Alabama's guidelines until I got zoned. So I would follow the VA's guidelines for their program.
Do you own this home?
My grandmother does right now. We're in the process of moving her to Augusta, Georgia, where I live, and my mother, she just recently got moved to the nursing home there. So my grandmother is giving me the home. She is 86 and has mobility issues. That's why she's not present tonight, but is willing to do anything that she needs to do.
Yeah.
Or provide to the
So
board.
the other homes that are in that neighborhood, are they they're all single-family homes, correct?
Yes, and we also own another home across the street as well.
But everything is a single-family home?
Yes, all single family.
Okay,
So you're changing that. You're trying to change that.
right. Okay, board members, have a question?
I do.
Okay, Bo? Mr. Holmes?
So how are you planning on, are you going to move to Montgomery or you're going to operate it from Augusta, Georgia?
I will be back and forth because I have several things that I have to handle for my mom. So I'm going to share time here.
And what requirements what are the requirements to make sure this is a home suitable for nursing care for veterans?
The home is already currently modified for any adaptive things that may be needed. We have ramps, we have modified bathrooms. The veterans will receive outside services that will coordinate with the VA administration here. So whatever guidelines they set forth, we're willing to meet.
So is the rent paid by the VA or does the veteran pay it himself?
It's through a VA program, yes, sir.
Okay. And do they have cars or are they indigent older people? Like what are the conditions of these individuals that are living here?
We will take all of the non-medical fragile at this time.
So these are
Yeah.
fairly healthy
Yes.
VAs. They may have a car, may
Yes.
not. So there could be up to 6 cars needing to park here. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay. And how many parking places do we have?
We have up to 6 because there's a round circle where at least 3 cars can fit, and then it goes all the way around the back, so you can fit 3 down the side.
Okay. So we're basically creating a multifamily home in a single-family residential neighborhood.
Correct.
I have a question.
Okay.
Mr. Howard?
You're going to be paid to keep these people there, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a business, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shouldn't this thing be zoned for business and not residential if they're running a business? We're not going to change the zoning. We can't do that.
Okay.
It should be a business,
Out of their homes, though.
right?
George, plenty of people run businesses out of their homes, though.
Yeah.
This is just a residential business.
She's going to be paid to keep these people
I
there.
agree. I get that.
That's a business.
I know, but there's plenty of people that are paid to work out of their home, as well as what I'm saying.
Well, do they own the home, or
Yeah.
do they charge
They own the
other
home.
people to work there?
They
Or-
own the home. They may get paid by their corporation rent for staying at their home rather than having to go into an office.
I think the issue here is,
It's really
do we
about the
consider
residential.
this a single-family or a multifamily use, okay?
I also have a question. What sort of inspections would take place on a property like this?
The VA will do a move-in inspection, and they will do periodic pop-ups.
Who determines the number that you've got there at any time? Is there a limit according to the VA?
The limit will be 4. Yes.
Okay, and is that based on your square footage, your
It's based on
accommodations?
room and square footage, ma'am. Mhm.
Okay.
How are these people fed? Is there a large kitchen to accommodate these people?
Yes, we have a
Because
dining
you're talking about
area.
6 people here,
4.
4 plus 2 plus staff.
A separate area. So we have a big sitting room in the back that my grandmother added on, so that will be the staff area.
I do have a question.
And she added another bathroom as well.
This is kind of
Ms. Moss, I have a question for you. Now, are these homeless vets or are these totally disabled veterans?
They are veterans that on this program particularly, they either don't have family members or they don't have enough income to afford their medicine and the regular rent. So the program picks them up and gives them a voucher for their rent. They're not necessarily disabled.
Okay. Any more questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, question?
Chair, just one thing you may want to consider if you're going to approve this, you may want to consider a condition where it is for veterans only, and that would avoid it being used for some other.
Right.
You know, I'm just mentioning it to you in case you want to consider that in your motion.
Okay. Thank you, Warren. Any other questions, comments? Chair will entertain a motion.
I move we deny this because it violates the zoning and it's a detriment to the neighborhood to have 6 cars around a house that is 1,300 to 1,400 square feet. This is not the place to run an operation that makes money.
For clarification, this actually is an allowed use on appeal, which is why it's before you. It's not that the zoning code does not allow it. It is allowed on appeal, which is why it's before you for a special exception.
What?
It's not against the zoning.
Not against the zoning.
It's not against the zoning. No. Okay.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to deny. Any further questions or comments, board? All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand.
Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am. Item number 3 has been withdrawn.
Already set up. I'm good with it.
Item number 4 is presented by J.F. Thomas and Sons, representing Lamar Boggart, requesting a story and a half variances for a new dwelling to be located 7172 Wingrove Drive in a PUD zoning district.
I'm James Thomas, representing J.F. Thomas and Sons, and we're requesting this variance due to the downslope of the lot at this location. It lends itself for a basement, so that would be the 3rd story that we're asking for.
James, is this part of
It's in Wind Lakes.
Wind Lakes? Excuse me.
Yes, sir. It's right when you come in the back entrance. You'll take that first
Does it
right.
meet the requirements of any covenants that are placed on those homes in there?
Sir?
Does it meet all the requirements that are regarding covenants?
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
have been placed on those homes in Wind
Yes,
Lakes?
sir. Yes, sir. We've submitted everything to the HOA, and they have approved the drawings.
They approved
as they are.
Gotcha.
Is it on the left when you come in that way? Would it be?
If you come in the back and
take the
take
right.
the first right, it's on the right.
It's on
So
the
it's
right.
on the right-hand side. It's
Yeah,
not on the lake
I'm really
side, it's on the
familiar
other
with that
side.
lot.
Yeah, it backs up to that little
It's got a
retained
drop
wall.
off in the back.
Aren't there other homes that have the same situation?
Yes, sir.
And we've approved them before, I believe.
That's correct.
Okay. Any other questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? Otherwise,
Motion to approve.
got a motion to approve? Have a
Second.
It's a nice
Second.
house.
Any further discussion or question? All in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, James.
It's a big house. That's your new house, John? Is that your new house?
No.
That's a nice
I'm
house.
not moving. I'm happy where I am. Item 5 is presented by Frederick Byron Henderson, requesting a coverage variance and a separation between structures variance for an accessory structure to be located at 3213 Durham Drive in an R65S residential zoning district. Mr. Henderson?
Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good evening.
My name is Frederick Byron Henderson. I go by Byron. I am requesting a storage building workshop to be constructed on the behind my home in the backyard. It's a 30 by 30 building. It will have storage space and an office in it. There's currently a storage shed beside it, or carport or such, and I can't park up in it because I have a whole lot of containers and barbecue grills and everything there, and I want to take them out of there and store it in this shed where they'll be out of sight.
Okay, you say you're gonna have an office in there, right?
Yes, sir.
You have a bathroom in there?
No, sir.
No restrooms?
No
No
restroom.
plumbing?
No plumbing.
Okay. The structure is 900 square feet.
Yes, sir.
How far off the rear and side property lines is it going to be?
It is 6 feet.
6 feet?
Yes, sir.
Does that meet the requirement on setback for the
10
rear and
feet.
side?
10 feet requires?
I'm sorry, 6 feet off the rear, he said?
He said 6 feet off the rear and 6 feet off the side.
Yes, it has to be 5.
Has to be 5?
Yes.
On both sides? Okay.
Yes, sir.
We just want to make sure you don't spill water on your adjacent property owner. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So any water that comes off of that structure, you're gonna have to take care of it on your side.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
The
So if the neighbor comes back later and says, you spilling water,
Well, it's on a downhill slope, so water comes in my backyard. His water comes in my backyard already.
oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
We'd like for you to put some downspouts
Yes, sir.
to run the water
Okay.
away from his.
You okay with putting gutters and downspouts
Yes, sir.
on it, all the way around it?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Is it gonna be on a slab or
Pole
gonna be pole?
off the ground. Yes, sir.
So how high off the ground is it gonna be?
It is, I think, about 3 feet, 3 or 4 feet off the ground.
All right? If you got, so how tall is it gonna be?
8 feet ceiling, 8 feet walls.
And to the top of the roof, to the top of the pitch of the roof?
Is it a flat roof or a?
Is it a flat roof? I mean,
It's got a pitch on it.
yeah.
Yes, sir. I have a drawer in here.
Taller than your home?
Yes, sir.
I don't know that I like that.
Yeah. That's a big structure.
Pretty big.
9 feet.
Would you consider putting it on the slab? 'Cause we don't really like the fact that it would be higher than what else, than your own home, your existing home. And
Plus,
standing
it's
out
going,
above
it
the
might be
neighborhood.
offensive to your neighbors too.
Right.
I understand. I wouldn't like to put it on the slab because, like I said, it's on the hill, and putting on the beams, I can level it off a lot better than digging into the ground and putting the slab there and having to run a French drain around it and all that.
Yeah.
Well, how about if you didn't go
correct.
so far above the ground? Like if you only went 2 feet rather than 3 feet up, so it's not so high.
Oh, that's fine with it.
Because at 3 or 4 feet off the ground, you're now at 14, 15 feet above the ground with the roof pitch. I mean,
Yes, sir.
y'all okay with 2 feet off the ground? I don't know.
Blake, you're the home guy. What you think?
I think 2 feet's adequate, you know.
Yeah. That's about 2 feet.
Is your home on a conventional foundation or a slab?
It's on a slab.
It is on a slab.
Yes, sir.
So you see why it's an issue. It is going to be taller,
Yes,
more
sir.
than likely.
Okay. You agree to,
Blake, are you okay with that?
Yeah. I'm
2
good with it.
feet?
you okay with it? Maximum 2 feet, finished floor elevation.
Finished floor elevation?
Right. Maximum 2 feet off existing grade.
Okay.
We don't want it so high that it sticks up and the whole neighborhood around you can see it.
Yes, sir.
And you should be concerned about that too. You know? What's it gonna do to your property value if you ever wanted to sell it? You
I
know?
understand.
Okay? All right? Any other questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve as stated by the chairman.
Let's go ahead and make sure
With
we got it
the
right.
2 feet minimum or maximum.
Maximum.
Maximum on the conventional foundation. And that you include gutters and downspouts.
Yes, sir.
No plumbing,
No plumbing.
And there is no plumbing.
okay? And don't forget, you gotta be off of the rear and side property lines at least 5 feet.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you're not gonna be in compliance,
I
okay?
understand.
Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Hold on a minute. Y'all looking at something?
We're just looking to see the backyard and everything.
Do I have a second to the motion?
Second.
Mr. Robinson, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay. You got all that stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
You bet.
Tanya, why are we graying out the rooftops now? I mean, we may have done it for a
Oh,
little
I
while.
wasn't, the reason I did that is to show you where structures are, because sometimes on aerial photography, there's so much, trees and stuff that you can't see the structures.
Gotcha, okay. I was just curious if we were
Yeah.
starting to do that now.
No, not all the time.
Because sometimes we might like to see what the roof
Hey, Joe.
structure
Okay.
looks like.
All right.
How you doing? Good.
I forgot about this one, confirmation.
All right, we got a confirmation here. Do we have
Yeah.
a hearing on
What do we
this?
do here? I've never done
We
these.
heard it, okay,
It's
so
been a
long
while.
ago, Mr. Stanley will remember, we used to do confirmations. This particular instance, he already had the mobile home there, so we went ahead and put it on the last month's agenda, but we had to put it on as confirmation so we could legally advertise it. So it's been advertised now, and y'all just need to confirm the approval.
So we can decline him now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Everybody understand?
Yes.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Well, to have a motion to approve the confirmation.
Okay. Motion to approve the
Now, have a
confirmation.
second.
Second.
Mr. Markham, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
How's that project,
See you, Judge.
Judd, coming down here?
Coming along,
What are y'all getting ready to do?
we're putting windows in and it won't be ready till 26. It's coming along.
That's awesome. How many units will it be?
It'll be 43 units,
And what are they, 1 and 2 bedroom?
2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom.
Great, that's gonna be awesome. That's a good project, thank you.
See you, Judge. Okay, to have a motion to approve the minutes?
Old one up here.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.